last winnaar van de World Trophy in 2015. Dames en heren, uw applaus voor Foxy Geert de Vos. En nu, dames en heren, de tweede speler uit Jouwere, Nederland. In 2019 finalist van de World Series of Darts Finals. Dames en heren, hier is Noppie Danny Noppert.
It is another Belgium versus the Netherlands clash this evening. We saw it in Ron Meulenkamp versus Mike De Decker. An intriguing game that was won by the Belgian. Now it's the turn of Danny Noppert to take on Geert de Vos, who will have the support of the home crowd here at the Belgian Darts Championship, including Jackie the Hat, who we spotted on the walk-on, the Belgian Darts superfan, who, to be honest, I'm just astonished he wasn't here this afternoon. If he was, he didn't make his presence known, which is very unlike Jackie. Geert de Vos is a curious player. He has won big titles in the BDO/WDF system. He's a former World Trophy winner. And you might remember, go back 5 years, he played at the Grand Slam of Darts. There was one game where he averaged 107 and beat Johnny Clayton 5-0 in the group stage. Unfortunately, by then, he was already out because he'd already lost a game 5-0 and lost his first one. He is unpredictable. He disappeared pretty much. In fact, I wonder if our man Jacques Neulart behind the scenes could enlighten us, because Geert de Vos was playing loads and loads of darts and then just sort of disappeared for a year and then came back sort of 2018, 2019, started playing PDC Challenge Tour. Jacques Neulart, get in my ear. Geert de Vos, where did he disappear to, do you know? Work, there we go. That's a succinct Dutch answer for you. And off we go, Danny Noppert, the Dutchman, to kick things off against Geert de Vos. Paul Nicholson alongside me for this one.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this one all day because I covered a few BDO World Championships where both of these guys were in them, and my favourite Geert de Vos story was the time where he won his first round match and he decided to hang out with Jackie after that match.
Was that a wise decision?
Well, I know how the night ended on one aspect, but he made the somewhat catastrophic mistake of leaving his darts on the bar in the Lakeside complex, and they were lifted. And miraculously, he had them handed in before the next match.
There he is, the unmistakable Jackie the Hat, a man who lost his hat briefly, and that was returned to him. There are good people in the world, not many, but there are good people.
Well, de Vos is his #1 boy. It's well known. He gets more animated when de Vos plays than anybody.
Well, he might be up on stage if this gets tasty then, because he's not a quiet and withdrawn character, is Jackie.
43.
Can't be when your choice of headgear is that. Plenty of Belgian players for him to cheer on.
I'm like, yo, I can't believe he wasn't here this afternoon.
Yeah, where was he?
Work, probably.
60.
I think he's retired though, isn't he?
I've got no idea. I mean, it may look, could be a heart surgeon for all I know, but I doubt it.
He's probably a spy.
81.
Oh,
Danny
yeah.
Uruguay, 110.
Going very incognito. Danny Noppert, 1 treble checkout. Lovely. Decides to leave tops.
Yeah,
And pins it. Danny Noppert, I mean, I always just naturally think Danny Noppert is going to leave tops wherever possible. Although this year I've seen him on the Pro Tour and he's been leaving double 16. I've got no idea why, but maybe he's turning into one of those players that just flicks around the board depending on how they're feeling. Paul Nicholson's certainly not one of those players. It's always been double 16 for you, isn't it?
Yeah, stood me in good stead for a few years and then it didn't.
But you're still stuck by it.
I did.
Because you're loyal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Been good to me, and I've been more loyal to double 16 than anything in my life.
Ah. Not pick that scab.
Well, these guys have played each other.
60.
But that was 4 years ago, and they played each other twice in 8 days.
Oh, I didn't even recognise that.
And one of them was in a final in the Masters of, I think I'm saying this right,
Varagam?
58.
yeah. And they played each other 8 days before that in the Hull Masters in the quarterfinals, and they haven't played each other since or before that.
Well,
how weird.
I guess, you know, with Gert de Vos disappearing for a year, Danny Noppert moving over to the PDC. Do you know something very weird? I had Andy Hamilton versus Simon Whitlock on a Pro Tour streamed game the other day.
100.
Do you know
Good,
how
you're
many
going
times they've met each other
121.
leading up to that?
9.
Once in a World Series event. It was only their second
81.
meeting ever. I couldn't believe it. Mad, isn't it? They've just been satelliting around each other for years on the PDC Tour.
What about the time they played each other at Blackpool?
Oh, no, it wasn't Whitlock Hammer. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Who was it?
58.
Well,
Get Uruguay,
I'll come back to
40.
it. I'll find it for you.
Stay with us, we'll come back to that. DeVos tops. DeVos tens. He doesn't like that one, so he's going to have to go right and north.
20.
So he decides to go through the hole instead. You get no points for that. He has got time on his side. And I think very much like the Dedeker game against Mühlenkamp, this has got legs in it.
134.
I think this could be good.
Get Uruguay,
But in
20.
order for it to go the distance, we need DeVos to find his doubles.
Yeah, it's on the second
There we
leg.
go. We have a level game, one apiece.
So there gets Danny to
Hold
throw
us.
first. Game on.
Yeah. If Gert de Vos does anything good, let's just show Jackie. We don't have to say anything.
The
We'll
one-man
know what's
highlight
happening.
reel.
Yeah, exactly. It was Bunting. Sorry, Simon
100.
Whitlock and Stephen Bunting have only met each other twice, including once last weekend.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, bizarre, isn't it?
Well, DeVos
125.
got beautiful action, really smooth. I almost likened his action a few seasons ago to that of Mike Gregory. He's got that square set arm, and then
96.
the little prod, and then the motion forward. Mike's was a tiny little bit of a stutter sometimes, but I just think there's a lot of similarities between the two actions.
Well, it's a
40.
very smooth movement of the arm, which, I mean, I'm not saying he throws like him, but the guy I always think, there are players that we've seen over the years where you think, oh,
59.
he should be, give it some time, I'm sure he's going to do really well. And the one I always used to thinking about, he's dropped off the radar now, he's not playing in the PDC Tour,
100.
is Jeffrey de Graaf, who it looked really good, looked lovely, and of course he'd had success in the BDO. I just thought, give it time, he'll be fine. But he'd just have wild darts. He'd miss by masses and masses. I don't
96.
understand how. It's just very, very odd.
Well, weirdly, it was Jeffrey de Graaf who Gert de Vos beat in the final of the World Trophy.
It was, you're right. De Graaf missed
41.
darts to win it, didn't he?
Danny
So
Uruguay,
you can't forget that de
150.
Vos is a BDO major winner.
Danny Noppert's one insider down, whether you class it as a major or whatever, it doesn't matter. But he's a Lakeside finalist as well. As I say, big success in the BDO, both of these. But Danny Noppert has won a PDC ranking title, and he's made a number of semi-finals as well. Boss starting on the 19s, starting very well.
171 for 24.
133. Danny Uruguay,
you've got to
90.
feel it's going 20s for Bull, or 60 for 30. Danny for Bull.
65.
Not too far away.
Uruguay, 62.
How many darts will DeVos get? He might need the 2, based on previous efforts. He went for 54 for 8, but now he needs tops.
42.
He did need that extra shot.
Uruguay, 25.
He did, and he didn't get it. So Danny Noppert, is it 1 for 12s? No, it's 9 for double 8s.
Yeah, on the third leg.
I'm not sure
Danny
that first
Noppert.
one was much help, but it seems to have
leg
gone
is good
through
to
the
throw
flight and
first.
found the
Game on.
double anyway. So you do you, Danny Noppert.
Yeah, one of those get out of the way darts.
Yeah. I do struggle sometimes to
100.
understand how Danny Noppert's darts behave. Just when I think I've got my head around it, then weird things like that happen.
There's one thing he hasn't changed is the structure of what he throws. That same pencil type grip dart with the short intermediate stem and the kite flight. He's
140.
only a few people who use that shape these days. Johnny Clayton, Danny Noppert. Mark Walsh was a very big advocate for the kite flight.
100.
Yeah, and you do with a smaller shaped flight, you know, that can explain why the darts can sort of fishtail around a bit. They're not as stable as with a big wider flight, but particularly, you know, Johnny Clayton,
99.
his darts don't really behave like that. It's going a lot flatter to the board, don't they? Whereas Danny's got a bit of a flick with it, and you can see them standing up. And so maybe there's just more scope for them to misbehave on their way to the board. Still knows how to use them, though. And Gert DeVos uses those expertly to get himself down to a finish.
Well, DeVos's darts going straight and very accurately, more often than not. Noppert looking for the 162. Oh, he gets it as well. They leave the 2 darter.
162.
Wonderfully
Go
done.
121.
Goes the 20s route. 51 and Bull required. Is not going to get it. A grimace.
85.
Gets
Danny
the next best
Uruguay,
prize,
100.
but Danny Noppert. Treble 20 for tops, or 20 and 2 tops, you would imagine. Got to be now. Got to be now. Ah, beautiful stuff from Danny Noppert. 12 darter, double finish, and he opens up a 2-leg gap. That's why Danny Noppert leaves double top.
That is a sign of someone who is playing very, very well this year. Someone who has had deep runs and who is probably going to worry a lot
96.
of the big talents in the top 16 in 2020.
Well, he's had a checkout, as you can see there, of 110 and 100. He missed Bull for 90. He is not needing many opportunities, Danny Noppert. If he's getting anywhere near that 100 sort of range, then the checkouts are going. The only other leg, he was left on 56, didn't get a go at it. And even though his average is 3 points less, he's being outscored by DeVos because of the clinical nature of his finishing. That's put him 3-1 up.
Well, one weekend this season already, he had a quarter-final on the Saturday, a semi-final on Sunday, and a 9. I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a really telling sign as to where Danny Noppert wants to be by the end of this year. If he can keep up this standard, oh, it's one of those characteristic fallouts. When he clatters against his own flight, he's still got a 150 lead, but I think Danny's going to be there or thereabouts for the titles, and maybe this weekend.
Well, quite possibly. He's no stranger to being in the latter stages of the tournament, so say he's a bit of a semi-final specialist. Oh, well, should have left tops. He can't believe that he hasn't, but he will do at the end of this.
Well, maybe he just wanted to do 2 darts at tops next time around.
Maybe.
He didn't want the temptation of taking it this time, so maybe just hit the 8, forces me to hit the 3 and go next time.
Yeah, well, just after I've been
83.
telling you how clinically was anything
40.
around the 100 mark, he doesn't even get a dart at a double from 111. Then for the 10s, and up for the 5s.
30.
And this, statistically, is one of the hardest checkouts in the game. One of the least taken out combination finishes, the 139. Various routes to go. That's not one of them.
59. Danny
Just get the
Uruguay
feeling
10.
that Danny has been 1 or 2 darts sharper per leg. He's going to need to be sharp. He's only got 1 left. Oh, it's good
on the
though.
5th leg, Danny Noppert.
Palms off DeVos.
6th leg is good to
When
throw
he's sitting
first.
on a 2
Game
darter.
on.
He's just been too good so far.
Yeah, well, already this year in the Players' Championship events, he's had 5 averages over the ton.
100.
His overall average is more than 96. That puts him just outside the top 16. It's all very, very encouraging for Danny Noppert. And this is a guy, remember, that is only just inside the world's top 32. But there is scope for that to be more. His biggest run on TV in the PDC, of course, came at the World Series of Darts Finals, made the final there. That's a non-ranking event, so that's not helping his world ranking in any respect. If he does that in a ranking tournament, he can take big, big jumps up the order of merit.
Do you get the feeling with DeVos that he needs to utilise the associate member qualifier, potentially, sorry, the home nation qualifier here,
137.
as a way of finding a darts home again? Because he hasn't been playing a lot in the last couple of years, and maybe just playing on the European Tour for the first time will give him the appetite to do something in the future, because the talent is still there. I just don't think he's as match fit as Danny is.
Well, I mean, I don't see how he can be honest. I don't know what Gert has been doing in preparation to this, but last year we played 2 Challenge Tour weekends and then literally a handful, fewer than half a dozen tournaments in the WDF VDO system.
Danny
So
Uruguay,
to expect to just turn up and be firing on
132.
all cylinders here is perhaps unlikely. He's not playing poorly. Danny Noppert's just been very, very good at the right moments. That has to be 12-14, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. I'm astonished there.
Yeah, me too.
How do you even put it in there?
There was an opportunity there for him to hit the point and for it to fall out.
92.
So I think the 42 was the shot there. You're absolutely right. No damage done, as he will be back for tops in that 5-1 advantage.
100. Danny Uruguay 40.
Hit 2 of them earlier to convert 100. Messed around a bit the last time he was on tops with 3 in hand. He's doing it again. Now he needs the northern bit of double 10.
30. Go Uruguay 86.
Wow. Since hitting a tops finish, he's not got close to hitting tops or 10s. That's not good. That was close, but no cigar.
78.
And Danny Noppert again finds
10.
himself on 10.
Yeah,
And this time he takes out with a minimum of fuss, and this game might
7
be
leg
over
is
with a
Danny to
minimum
throw
of fuss.
first.
And
Game on.
Jackie the Hat will not be a happy man. A hatty man, yes. A happy man, no.
Well, Danny is very happy with his scoreline so far. Just wants to put the full stop on this performance now.
131.
But the news just gets better for Noppert, who potentially play against Jermaine Watamina, the 13th seed.
81.
Noppert is in the next European Tour event as well as this one, so the signs are good for his position in the world rankings in the next few months.
Yeah, and importantly in that Pro Tour Order of Merit as well, where that does open doors for you. If you're not in the top 16 in the overall 2-year system, which includes all the ranking tournaments, if you can get in the get high up in that Pro Tour Order of Merit, then you can find yourself in, well, everything. And Danny Noppert is one of those players who's going to be such a dangerous floater in the draw. He's not going to be seeded for any of the massive TV events, but you know what he's capable of.
One thing I like about Danny is he just doesn't say much. Maybe it's a good thing that his English isn't brilliant,
125.
just get on with it.
Well, it looks like it's going to be an all-Dutch clash in the next round with Jermaine Wattermina, a man he played on the European Tour once last year in the Netherlands. Jermaine won that. But he did play
83.
in Riesa in East Germany the year before, and Danny emerged victorious from that. So it'll be round 3 for them in terms of Euro Tour clashes. And he might
59.
be sealing this
Danny Uruguay, 127.
with a combination finish. He's got to go for it with De Vos on a checkout himself. Treble 19 and ball for 127 and game. Nope, not going to happen.
63.
Small treble 8
Okay,
there.
Uruguay, 155.
He's left himself a 2-darter anyway. De Vos needs a perfect visit. Yet again, he goes 19s first, unsuccessfully.
98. Danny
And
Uruguay,
Danny should
64.
get at least one match start.
Well, 16 or 8. He's staying down there for double 16.
48.
Misses. And Gert
Okay,
De Vos.
Uruguay, 57.
Well, it would be to break the Noppert throw.
Jackie wants to stand up, and he will if this goes in. He's making us wait. Wasn't comfortable, but now
Gert De Vos.
Jackie shows defiance.
His leg is Gert to throw first. Game on.
That is a break of throw.
Well, the game ain't over yet. One match start has been missed by Danny Noppert. But you have to say
77.
that, I mean, he's been better when he's needed to, and yet the averages, nothing at all between them. There you see,
100.
89.6 versus 89.3 pretty much.
It's very strange, this game sometimes, isn't it? When you look at stats.
Well, he has missed a lot of doubles, hasn't he, Danny Noppert? I mean, he's missed 10 darts of double.
60.
One of those is a match dart, so that drags the overall average down. But it's not as if there's a chasm between them, and this game could have been won 6-1. That dart in double 16 goes, that's game over, 6-1.
100.
Strange contest. It looks like we might be seeing some Belgian disappointment. Ronnie Huybrechts was a winner this afternoon. Mike De Decker was a winner this evening.
85.
You get to see Kim Huybrechts, Jeffrey Van Egdom and Dimitri Vandenberg later on. But Gert De Vos would be the first Belgian player not to come through his opening game.
81.
Another Dutch player versus Belgian player later with Dirk Telnikes against Dimitri. I'm really looking forward to that game. I really like Telnikes. I think he's a good player.
45.
Look, I'm always interested to see Dimitri. You're never quite sure what Dimitri turns up, are you? It could be 107 average. This is the next big thing in darts, Dimitri. Or it might be a bit of a slog. But he is the Belgian number 1, remember.
A couple of times in this game, Danny has gone away from his normal rhythm and just flung the last start away. And I don't know if that's a sign of him just thinking the job is done, or whether he's just
Danny
losing
Uruguay,
focus, but he
135.
needs to stay on point. He needs to go for the 135 now. As De Vos has left the 170.
Good guide for that ball. May go for it now anyway.
70.
Wasn't quite
Yeah,
good
Uruguay,
enough for Danny Noppert,
170.
but he'll fancy his chances of getting at least a match dart if he returns. And he will return. And Gert De Vos once again is relying
81.
on misses
Danny
from
Uruguay,
Danny Noppert.
65.
Are any forthcoming?
Last time it was 64 for the match. This time it's 65. Different match target.
Game
Different
shot.
result.
And the match, Danny
Danny
Noppert.
Noppert does a really good professional job, and in the right moments, he was just the better player on this occasion. I sincerely hope that's not the last time we see Gert De Vos throughout the course of 2020. But you just never know. He might go back to work, he might disappear again. I want him back. And I want him back sharp. But Danny Noppert we will see again tomorrow against Wattermina. Next, we will see Ryan Harrington, who came through the associate member qualifier last night, and he plays against Ronnie's brother, Kim Huybrechts. One of the best players that Belgium has ever seen.
Danny, proficiat met de overwinning. Ging lekker of niet?
Ja, nou, zo de eerste wedstrijd op podium weer na het WK. Een overwinning, dat voelt altijd goed. Maar er zitten wel puntjes van verbetering. Het was niet op en top. Maar bepaalde momenten heb ik het goed laten zien, denk ik.
Ja, absoluut. Misschien nog iets scherper op de dubbels morgen. Wat verwacht je van morgen?
Nou ja, tegen Jermaine, Nederland tegen Nederland. Ja, altijd leuk. En Jermaine is een goede gast, maar hij gaat er morgen wel aan.
Voilà, zo hoor ik het graag. Heel veel succes morgen tegen je maatje Jermaine. Dames en heren, mag ik een applaus voor Danny Noppert. Beste dartsvrienden, we gaan nu even pauzeren, 7 minuten, zodat de crew hier ook even op adem kan komen.